Niger Delta Development Commission holds sickle cell health promotion and sensitization.
Part of their objective, which includes, reaching out to community and developing rural community.
Wakrike Ethnic Nationality in Ogbolo local government area holds grand civic reception in honor of FCT Minister Nyesom Wike.
If I tell you that I'm overjoyed, that is the list.
Plus, blind cobbler receives attention for inspiring work.
The spagula I applied on the fancy. While applying it, it jumped into my right eye.
A warm welcome to NTA Port Harcourt Prime News at 7. I'm Chiazalam Ekie, and Juliet Wanfo is the sign language translator. Transmission of the news can also be viewed on our social media platforms currently showing on your screen. Like our page on our platforms to get updates of our news and programs. Be aware of your surroundings. Safety is everyone's responsibility. Now, the Niger Delta Development Commission has emphasized the importance of nurturing a healthy population for the holistic development of the Niger Delta region. This formed part of the speech of the Managing Director, NDDC, Dr. Samuel Obuku, at the Sickle Cell Health Promotion and Sensitization Program of the Rivers State University Teaching Hospital, Port Harcourt. Jenny Bassi has details.
Nigeria is said to have the highest number of sickle cell disorder worldwide. According to reports, over 1,500 babies are born yearly with sickle cell in Nigeria, and over 100,000 dies before the age of 5. This advocacy and awareness program by the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, becomes necessary to ensuring adequate health care for carriers.
I'm here because of my health and my issues, that's all.
Because with the NDDC step and their social responsibility, they took this upon their shoulder, and it's the first time ever, government is intervening to this level.
NDDC and STAIN, finally we can get drugs, we can get medication, we can get treatments. That's wonderful and that's commendable.
NDDC has actually come to our aid, and they've organized this free medical care for all sickle cell warriors. Thank you so much, and we are really grateful for this.
Managing Director, NDDC, Dr. Samuel Obuku, who was represented by the Director of Education, Health and Social Services, Dr. Patience Ezugu, noted that the sensitization program is dedicated to strengthening awareness to ensure prevention and care for sickle cell disorder in the Niger Delta. He urged the youth to understand and prioritize genotype testing, and for patients and caregivers to remain hopeful and continue their valuable service.
Sickle cell anemia is actually endemic in our region. Why? Because the awareness is not much. During marriages, couples don't go out to screen themselves to know that AS should not marry AS. So by the time they marry, some families have up to 4 sickle cell anemia patients in their homes. It's financially draining. So NDDC is now stepping in to do that work-up plan for them.
For these ones, getting access to health care is a big concern. Hence, the appreciation to the Niger Delta Development Commission for helping families build resilience through advocacy and support for awareness programs.
Sickle cell anemia is not a death sentence, but this awareness campaign is designed to help focus attention on the need for research and treatment. In Port Harcourt, Jenny Bassi, NTA News.
And still talking health, Nigeria's efforts to control neglected tropical diseases are yielding results, preventing disabilities and improving lives. Our correspondent on Disability Matters reports that Nigeria has made notable gains in stopping trachoma treatment in 118 local government areas and strengthening leprosy control through early detection and treatment.
Progress in controlling neglected tropical diseases is a step towards a healthier future. particularly for millions at risk of disabilities, with over 200 million people vulnerable and 165 million needing preventive chemotherapy for at least one NTD. Achievements like interrupting onchocerciasis transmission in 10 states and reducing trachoma infection by 89% mean fewer cases of blindness, disfigurement, and lifelong disabilities.
In the past few years, there has been notable global, continental, and country-level efforts aimed at controlling and eliminating these diseases, with some modest progress made. 57 countries have so far eliminated at least one of the 21 NTDs, signifying to us that NTD's agenda is possible.
We have been able to remove about 59 million people from the treatment of onchocerciasis in Nigeria. In a similar manner, Nigeria has also removed 119.9 million Nigerians from the treatment for lymphatic filariasis, which we call the elephantiasis, to 36 million people from trachoma treatment.
However, more needs to be done to tackle entities in Nigeria. Stakeholders, state government partners, and communities must work together to prioritize NTDs, increase funding, and integrate services to ensure no one is left behind. In Abuja, Gufanshaji Ogwanye, NTA News.
In the way from health now, the ancient kingdom of Wakrike ethnic nationality in Ogbolo local government area resonated with joy during a grand civic reception held in honor of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Chief Nyesom Wike. Uchechukwu Owen captured highlights of the events and now reports.
31st of January 2026 remains a memorable day for the sons and daughters of Wakrike ethnic nationality, the Amanayabo of ancient Okochiri Kingdom, His Royal Majesty King Ateketon Michael, other royal fathers, the political class, captains of industries, and other guests who converged on St. Martin's School Field, Ogu Town, to honor Chief Nyesom Wike. The event was a show of gratitude to a man as acknowledged as having supported them politically, attracting federal presence to the community along with federal appointments to their people, particularly for Alabo Boma Iyai, the Executive Director, Finance and Administration, Niger Data Development Commission, NDDC. It was indeed an event that provided opportunity for renewed social contracts and gratitude demonstrated by Wakrike ethnic nationality as they honored the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, who they symbolically decorated with the traditional dress.
If I tell you that I'm overjoyed, that is the least. Why? I have told everybody who cares, wherever you come from, when you have an opportunity to impact positively on the lives of your people, do not waste time.
The political stakeholders and other allies of Wakrike ethnic nationality affirmed their solidarity with their political leaders on whatever stand he may take.
Most of the projects he has commissioned today is by the reasons of making Boma Iyaye the ADFA. So we show appreciation, not only in Ogutan.
Never in the history of Wakrike Nippon has anybody, any son of Wakrike, ascended to that high elevated position of number 2 man in NDDC.
In Port Harcourt, Uchechukwu Owen, NTA News.
Once a major contributor to the economy of Rivers State, the Transamadi industrial layout Port Harcourt is now a shadow of itself, also known for thriving factories that created jobs and prosperity. The area is now marked by abandoned warehouses and declining investments. Correspondent Osinachi Samuel in this report examines the economic and historical impact of this industrial hub.
Right now once played host to Nigeria's foremost tire manufacturers, Michelin. For several decades, it helped build the reputation of Transamadi as a thriving industrial hub. producing tires, glass, aluminium, and paper. Today, like many others, it is no longer here, leaving this once vibrant economic zone struggling to retain its past glory.
A drive-through Transamadi industrial layout reveals a stark contrast. Heavy trucks still ply the roads, but many factories now sit silent. Once the backbone of Rivers State's economy, the area created thousands of jobs and sustained countless businesses.
When I came to Transamadi, I can see so many companies, so many developments, so many foreigners. They are here doing their business. From Garrison to Modagat, they can see no less than 50 companies.
Before, we have companies something like a Living Biscuits, we have companies something like a Revoke, we have a First Aluminium. All this is industry producing economic before in Transamadi.
And in the area of the white men, back in those days, we all enjoy things together. They will come because most of them out there, when they bring their company, some of them will bring through the government presence and all that, will enjoy things together.
Some of the oldest operators recall when factory sirens signaled busy work days and commerce flourished. They attribute the decline to failed infrastructure, particularly the collapse of the Transamadi gas turbine power station, alongside multiple taxation and import pressures that forced many manufacturers out.
It will cost government less if they encourage industries to come back to Transamadi. Because the road is there, the gas pipeline is there, the utility pipelines are there, the space, for you to bring it, even any, communication gadgets, lines, the fibers, they're there.
However, they note that government initiatives, including the Investment Protection Agency and plans for a new port city with subsidized gas and reliable power, offer hope for revival.
So what the state government is already doing, that I am aware, is that they have cut off the multiple taxation in Rivers State by creating the Rivers State Investment Promotion Agency and a one-stop shop for industrialists and investors in the state, for which I am one of the beneficiaries. Secondly, there's a new port city that is the new industrial hub that the government is trying to get them subsidized gas so that the gas can power their power plants and give them affordable electricity that is gas powered.
As the government pushes for renewed investment, restoring investor confidence, improved infrastructure and security, among other things, will no doubt help Transamadi layout reclaim its glory as a driver of economic prosperity, not just for Rivers State, but for Nigeria in general. Osinachi Samuel, NTA News.
Many thanks, Osinachi. Now, in the heart of Eche, Rivers State, resilience has a face as Innocent Uzoma Nele, a 43-year-old cobbler who lost his sight at the age of 32. But blindness has not dimmed his spirit or his craft. Our special correspondent, Gospel Irobu, brings us this inspiring story of determination and perseverance.
This journey to Ihe, in Eche local government area, a remote settlement far from Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital, is to meet Innocent Uzoma Nele, a visually impaired cobbler. His predicament started way back from his days in secondary school, when a senior student, in an attempt to flog a junior, he hit one of Anele's eyes. From that time, his life has never been the same.
I was working in the shop, so after coupling a shoe, the spaghetti I applied on the fancy. While applying it, thing jumped into my right eye, so that was why I had issue from my right side.
To feed my children, and my husband, to feed the others to eat. Sometimes we will not eat as we feel to eat.
His father, Clifford Anele, shares the anguish of watching his first son struggle with his sight and efforts he made to save him.
I don't think that the problem will be like this. I took him to so many hospitals. Anywhere they mentioned, I think he will be honored. I sent him. I give money.
Before going completely blind in 2015, Anyele was already practicing shoemaking. Today, despite the challenges of blindness, he continued with his crafts as a means of survival. What caught our attention, though, is how he manages to carry on with his business with no modern tools or financial assistance.
I would like to be helped in the area of equipment. Like I have a filing machine, but I don't have generator. And if I may ask, if I would like to have I would like to have a big one, so that by His grace, if I be able to save money to buy fridge, I'll be easy to make ice cream, and my wife will have something to support me also. Then another thing I need also is a sewing machine, because I use it in sewing leathers also.
This is actually his father's house, where he resides with his wife, who he married 2 years after losing his sight, and 4 children. With very little or no space, Anyele operates his shoemaking business here, which makes it difficult for him to make any meaningful income to sustain him and his family.
If I find that help, maybe giving an opportunity of going outside this place, why? I need something good for myself.
Anyele's story, no doubt, is one of remarkable perseverance, skill, and hope. Though blindness may have stolen his sight, it has not dampened his spirit, as this talented cobbler can only hope that help will come his way, so that his talent and dedication can thrive. From Ihe Eche, God's Power in Webu, NTA News.
This is NTA Port Harcourt News at 7. So far in the news, we informed you that the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, has held sickle cell health promotion and sensitization program. FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has received a grand reception from Waprike ethnic nationality. We have business news and sports right after the break. Please stay with us.
Welcome to Spring Park Hotel, a place where comfort meets true class. Enjoy luxury rooms, fine dining, and a peaceful atmosphere designed just for your relaxation. With active security personnel, 24 hours power supply, and free Wi-Fi, your stay is safe, connected, and always convenient. Whether you're here for business or pleasure, Spring Park Hotel gives you that perfect blend of warmth and sophistication. Spring Park Hotel is located at Plot 8 Anglican Road, Umalogo, behind Royal House of Grace Church, Choba. For reservation, call 0802-942-3128. Follow us on Facebook at Spring Park Hotel or email springparkhotel2017@gmail.com. Spring Park Hotel, a feeling beyond words.
Now, all of us like to chop better food. Food wey dey make body tranga and vegetables wey fresh like say tomorrow no dey. We wan make the chocolate sweet the way we go like am. No cubes. Wey be the secret? Dem make am with correct ingredients like chicken, parsley, garlic, plenty iron come full and palm to make your chocolate pamba for you. Come dey sweet well well. Now be the cocoa. Make we carry salute try give love. Change your world by changing wetin dey your plate.
NTA Television College Rayfield Jos, a media hub with a pedigree of training professionals and non-professionals in the field of broadcasting and beyond. Invite aspiring broadcasters, media enthusiasts, and creative minds to register for our short courses for the first quarter of 2026. From the 2nd of February to the 13th of February 2026, the training will commence as follows. English grammar and pronunciation, 2 weeks. Basic presentation techniques, 2 weeks. Protocol and etiquette in an organization, 2 weeks. Basic drama techniques, 2 weeks. These courses are designed to equip participants with practical, market-ready skills, making them competitive in Nigeria's thriving media landscape. For registration details, course schedules, and more information, visit our website at www.ntatvcedu.ng or call these following numbers: 08033834343 or 08069809897. NTA Television College Rayfield Jos, your gate to media excellence. Announcer Management.
Thanks for being there. Now, the Joint Union Action Committee representing all FCTA staff has called off its industrial action. This is following a reconciliatory meeting with the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike at the instance of the Chairman Senate Committee on FCT, Mohammed Bomoy. A statement jointly signed by the Secretary General TUC, Nuhu Toro, and the Acting General Secretary of NLC, Ben Sudukwa, agreed that no worker shall be victimized for participating in the strike action. All outstanding cases at the National Industrial Court shall be withdrawn immediately. Consequently, all JUAC members and all affiliates of TUC and LLC workers are directed to resume work immediately. And the Mesoma Okonkwo is standing by for business news updates. Her report is here presented.
The federal government has moved to end the practice of carrying electricity subsidy cost alone, announcing a framework that will spread the burden across federal, state, and local government from 2026. The Director General of the Budget Office of the Federation, Tamina Yakubu, disclosed this on Monday in Abuja during a training sensitization workshop for ministries, departments, and agencies on the 2026 post-budget preparation process using Government Integration Financial Management Information System Budget Preparation subsystem. Still on business news, as local oil refineries in Nigeria complain of persistent crude shortages, the country exported an estimated 306 million barrels of crude oil between January and October 2025. According to the figures from the Central Bank of Nigeria, between January and October, the CBN dated shows that Nigerian crude oil promotion announced a roughly 4,443.5 million barrels, averaging about 1.45 million barrels per day over the period. The calculation of a total production is derived directly from the CBN's monthly figures, which are presented in million barrels per day. And finally, on business news, the United Arab Emirates has positioned Nigeria as a major destination for multi-billion-dollar investments spanning agriculture, technology, infrastructure, mining, and trade, with the country's Minister of Investment, Mohammed Aswalidi, admitting that Gulf capital is currently underexposed to Africa's largest economy.
Let's join Olumide Eguntola for stories from the sporting world.
Nigeria's under-20 women's national team, the Falconets, arrived at Abeokuta to continue preparations for the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup qualifying match against their counterpart from Senegal. The qualifier, originally scheduled to take place at the Lekan Salami Stadium in Ibadan, was shifted to MKO Abiola Sports Arena in Abeokuta due to the condition of the Ibadan pitch. The Nigeria Football Federation confirmed the change of venue, stating that the Confederation of African Football (CAF) had been duly informed and had approved the MKO Abiola Sports Arena to host the first leg encounter, slated for Saturday, 7th February 2026. From the foreign scene, it will be another interesting night of football fireworks as Arsenal takes on Chelsea Tuesday night in one of the semi-finals of the England EFL Cup. In volleyball, the 2026 Yenagoa Invitational Outdoor Park Volleyball Challenge has tipped off in Yenagoa, the Bayelsa State capital, bringing together young talent from across the country in a competition focused on grassroots development and youth empowerment. Timinipri Oya reports that 12 clubs across the country are participating in the showpiece.
We are expecting that with this competition, the youths will be united through sport, and indeed we are expecting also that they would also benefit from the educational empowerment which the competition also emphasizes.
A very intense game, but we were also lucky that we won 3-0.
In tennis, ahead of the Davis Cup World Group 2 playoffs, Team Nigeria and its opponents from Uzbekistan are training at the Lagos Lawn Tennis Club in Lagos. Both teams are strategizing to come out victorious when hostilities begin this weekend. With sports update, Olumide Eguntola, NTA News.
That concludes the news at 7. I'm Chiazalam Ekie. Just before we go, a quick reminder that you can watch our news streaming live on our social media handles currently showing on your screen. Like our page on Facebook to get updates of our news and programs. You can also watch all our news at NTA Port Harcourt on Star Times Channel 103. Thanks for watching. Good night.